So if there's been a court order already issued, so they've already gone through the process of court proceedings and there's been a decision granted by the judge, and then one side isn't following it, again, parents can often be very tempted to take the rush decision of just immediately going back to court to enforce that order. And in some cases, that may be necessary depending on the background circumstances. But in many cases, if it can be considered, parents should still try and actually talk things through. So before involving solicitors or rushing back to court, it's worth just having a very frank discussion with the other side and saying, look, we've gone through this lengthy process of going to court and having a decision by the judge. We've got this court order. It's not working. Let's try and figure out why it's not working. Why do you keep needing to change the dates? Maybe there's something that can be addressed by a bit of give and take. Mediation could also be really helpful just to iron out some of those nitty-gritty details if they're not aligning after the order's been issued. But of course, if all of that fails or there's a much deeper problem overall, you can go back to court. So you wouldn't have to start the whole process again, but there is a process called enforcement of the court order, which means there's already been a decision granted and it's not being followed. So now you're applying for enforcement of that order. So you just want the judge and the courts to consider the breaches that have happened, why they have happened, and what the solution should be moving forward.